Hey everybody. At this time, I'm going to talk about numbering the chords, or sometimes they call it chord analysis. So, if a musician speaks to you and says it's a one chord, or a four chord, or five chord, and then you'll have a better idea of how that works and what they are talking about. And in a previous video, I discussed building triads from each of the modes. And that correlates with this somewhat. It can tie in directly with this depending on the situation, and then there are other situations where it doesn't really apply. But in this video, I'm going to again stick with C major, and that's a key that has no sharps or no flats in it. And again, in a previous video, what I did was numbered the notes of the C major scale. So C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5, A is 6, B is 7, and then C is the octave, or since it's the same letter, it's actually back to number 1. So again, it's kind of all about perception and the situation that you are dealing with. Everything that I'm going to do now is considered diatonic, meaning since the key of C has no sharps and no flats, all the chords that I play, everything that I outline right now will be all natural notes. And so if you get into more difficult tunes or something that's goes outside the changes or something like that, then there's going to be exceptions, and then it's not diatonic because there are other notes contained in the melody or chords that don't fall strictly within the key that the song is written. But now I'm going to just stick with C major, and it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be diatonic. So if you are in the key of C major and a song has a C chord, that's going to be considered the one chord. And as a bass player, you can outline that major triad. Again, do that in different places. And those notes are C, E, and G. C, so I was just going around playing C's, E's, and G's, and that's in the key of C major. C major triad is a one chord. So if we go to the second note of the C major scale, which is D, that's going to be a two chord. And remember, everything is natural. There are no sharps, no flats. So I'm going to play a letter D, and then I need to play a third because I'm dealing with all triads right now. And so D is 1. I'm not going to play E because that's a second, so I need to play an F. So I play D, and the F I'm going to play is a natural F because we're in the key of C major, no sharps, no flats, and I need to play an A, which is going to be natural. So the two chord in the key of C major, D, F, A. So I just went around and played a few patterns of D, F, and A on the bass there. So C is the one chord, D is the two chord, and you notice that D, F, and A build a minor triad. So the three chord is going to begin on the third letter of C major scale, which is letter E. So here's your letter E, second fret on the D string. F is the second note after E, we don't need that. We're going to play G, which is the third note after E, G natural. And then the fifth note after E is going to be B natural. We're all relating it to the key of C major. So C, E, G, and B. And that's our three chord. Again, that's a minor chord. E, G to B is a minor triad. Okay, fourth note after C is F. Alright, so I'm going to build F, A, C. That's the root, third, and fifth. And in this case, it'll be F natural, A natural, C natural. So F is the 4 chord. It's the fourth letter after C. G is going to be the 5 chord. It's the fifth letter after C in the C major scale. Remember, we're always counting C as 1. So there's G, and now G, I don't need A, B, which is the third, and D, which is the fifth. Again, in this example, all natural notes, G, B, and D. G natural, B natural, D natural. All G's, B's, and D's. And so that is outlining a 5 chord in the key of C. Okay, 6 chord is built off the 6th scale degree of the C major scale, or the 6th note of the C major scale, which is A. And I'll go ahead and I'll use open A. Just trying to change it up a little bit. So we have A is the first note, B, no, C is the third, and then E is the fifth. So I'm going to pick, I know to play an A, a C, and an E. I know I'm in the key of C major, so all those notes are going to be natural. There's an A natural, C natural, E natural, A natural, C, E. So that is a 6 chord, and that is minor. So A, C, and E is a minor triad, minor chord. Okay, and then a 7 chord in the key of C would be built off the 7th scale degree, or the 7th note, which is B. So I know I need a B, a D, and an F. That'd be a root, third, and fifth. And in this example, everything's natural. B, D natural, F natural. So B, D, F. And that is neither major nor minor. That's what we call diminished. It's minor thirds stacked on one another. B to D is a minor third, and D to F is a minor third. So that is the diminished triad. And that's the 7 chord of the key of C. So review, 1 chord in the key of C, C, E, G, is C major. 2 chord is D minor, D, F, A. 3 chord is E minor, E, G, and B. 4 chord is F major, F, A, C. 5 chord is G major, G, B, D. 6 chord is A minor, A, C, E. 7 chord is B diminished, B, D, F. And then you're back to the 1 chord, which is C. Again, practice these in different parts of the bass. Practice different finger patterns for each of them. And start on 2nd finger, start on 1st finger, start in different parts of the bass. Here's the C. Full C major chord. And a lot of times you will see these analyzed in either Roman numerals, which is kind of a traditional way to do it. The Nashville numbering system will just use regular numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then sometimes they are relayed or talked about in solfege, which is the do, re, mi. And then there's a movable do, and then there's our, there's a way to analyze it that C is always do. But we can get into that later and in later videos. It's really good to just get a little information on that, just so you know what it's all about. But in this video, it's the Roman numeral system. And usually if triad is major, the Roman numeral is capital, and if a triad is minor, the Roman numeral will be small. So C major, it'll be a capital I or 1. D minor will be 2 lowercase i's because that triad is minor. E minor, 3 lowercase i's, and so on. And in a follow-up video or videos, I will be playing tunes and kind of analyzing them a little bit. And then when that happens, you can kind of see what other players have done, analyze it, and make it your own. If you can apply it to whatever tune that you're playing or writing or anything like that. And again, it's great to know this stuff, and then it's always good to forget about it and just jam out. So whatever it takes to be the most versatile player possible is what we're trying to achieve. So Roman numeral analysis of all the chords in the key of C. Again, apply them to all 12 major keys, and hopefully you'll have fun with that and maybe come up with something really cool. So until next time.